Hello, welcome everybody to the third episode of the Art Heals podcast with another amazing guest, Martina Fuchs, live from Dubai. Welcome, Martina.
Hi, Jana. Thank you so much for the invitation. It's a huge honor and privilege and joy to be on this show with you. And thank you for everything you do in the world of arts and far beyond.
I can only give this back to you. I know your story already really well because you co-authored the book Souls United in Art with me. But please tell our listeners who you are and how you came to art.
It's a long story, but I'm going to make it short. So I'm from Switzerland originally, born in Zurich, but a global citizen, have spent many years as a journalist covering business and political news around the world, mostly in the Middle East. I've spent a lot of time in Yemen, studied in Egypt, in Cairo, television journalism at the American University of Cairo, and then worked for 5 years with Reuters, the news agency here in Dubai. During the global financial crisis and the Arab Spring, and then worked for 5 years in China for the Chinese national television, CGTN, China Global Television Network, but always had a passion for music. My brother was an underground hip-hop DJ. My mother is a multi-instrumentalist. And then after, a few years back in Switzerland, working as an anchor for CNN Money, and still working today as a journalist, I decided to move more into music, not just as a DJ. I like to perform, on the decks and the one and twos as well. But now based in Dubai and also London and Zurich, working in the music business with the Frequency School. It's an institution and organization that was co-founded by Major, who is a US Grammy-nominated music producer, singer, and songwriter, and my 3 other co-founders, where we bring sound frequencies that have a healing impact on your mind, body, and spirit, education, well-being, wellness around the world. We are doing a lot of sound experiences for especially underprivileged children and youth around the world. Also workshops for business executives and organizations like the International Committee of the Red Cross or the United Nations. And now also developing a curriculum, an online course for children from a young age of 5 to 18, where they can learn about music therapy, sound frequencies, and embed that into their daily routines. And then last year, we set a new Guinness World Record with the 195, which was the first song in the world that united every country on the planet. We had one woman from every nation sing the word equality in her native language or mother tongue. And then Major used the 528 so-called love frequency and the sound of birds and the heartbeat of women to produce this song called 195 that set a new world record. And then on 11/11, I've always had crazy ideas, just like you, Jana, as well. Nothing ordinary in our life. I thought it was important to launch a new international day under the name of Frequency. So I launched the World Frequency Day, which is now celebrated around the world on 11/11 at 11:11 a.m. or 11:11 p.m. in the local time zones. We will have our flagship event in London. You're obviously welcome to join. And then about 100 satellite activations around the world to raise awareness about the unifying power of music. So my goal there is really to launch a global movement with music, with sound frequencies, and just, make this world a little bit a happier and more peaceful place.
Wow, with all these activities, this is incredible. You're such a multi-talent. Wow. I'm
I
so
think
I'm
we have this
so so happy to
huge,
join. I will definitely be there in London on 11/11.
thank you, Jana.
Please, Martina, tell us this passion for music. It's your artistic practice, right? So, um, I would like you to tell us more about how does this work? How can frequency and music, or frequencies and music, help change the world to become more a place that we would like to live in?
Great question. So, as you know, there are different hertz frequencies in music, and many of them, especially now with this sound healing and longevity wave, we use a lot of the 444 hertz or the 528 or 432. These are the most popular frequencies that are currently being used. And Major, who is the founder of the Frequency School, was a pioneer in this movement because he started to bring in frequencies into the mainstream. For example, he produced Justin Bieber's latest album, Swag, and in one of the songs sneaked in a little bit the 444 hertz frequency.
Oh, that's
And
really cool.
when you listen to those different frequencies, you will feel stress relief, anxiety relief. You will feel at ease. It's kind of a meditation, right? But we hope to
Hmm.
bring this more mainstream. We hope to, curate more spaces with this sound. We're talking to different hospitality groups and companies, even airlines, to bring these sound frequencies more around the world as well. And also into the holistic education, because we believe that we have to start not even from babies, but even with pregnant women, to bring positive energy, right, into the wombs and into children's lives. So what we have discovered now, and of course in science we're only just scratching the surface, because a lot of research, many white papers are yet to be written, but already Albert Einstein used to say that frequencies are the future of medicine, and we believe that you can cure many things with frequencies. Of course, like, we have to be still careful when we talk about, for example, healing cancer or healing Alzheimer and ADHD, but a lot of research is now underway in those specific areas, and we hope that with the transformative power of music, we can bring more well-being and mental health to people around the world. And of course, for me, as a global citizen who speaks 9 languages, it's like the universal language, music, that everybody understands.
Yes, so it's about the vibration that is anchored in the frequencies of the sound, that it makes people relax and heal, right?
Exactly. Those are the positive aspects and impacts of sound frequencies. Of course, there are also negative frequencies that can make you stimulated, or, that have been used in wars, like even torture chambers. So those are obviously bad frequencies. But of course, we use the positive ones that have exactly this stress, anxiety relief. They make you feel peaceful. They make you fall asleep. For example, every evening I listen to a playlist in 777, so 777 hertz. They
Mhm.
are also called angelic frequencies and so on. And it's incredible how fast you can fall asleep with those, for example.
Wow, beautiful. That fits so perfectly with the word that my former guest left here for you, because I have here the tradition that each artist brings up a word that represents um, the artist's passion. So it's future sense that the guest before just left for you. So if we would combine this word with your art and the frequency school, what does it mean? Future sense and your artistic practice.
Absolutely. That's a great word. And I really thank my predecessor for that, because with the Frequency School, it's all about the next generation. So, the future. How can we leave the world in a better place? And youth impact is our guiding principle. So, how can we use sound and music and art to help the young people, right? The people of tomorrow? How can they have a healthier space mentally, physically, but also in their own universe and in the world itself. So this is very appropriate, and I'm thankful that this person left that message for me.
Yes, it's like perfect synchronicity, right?
Yes. Yes.
And if you would have to say a word that represents your art, which word would that be?
It will be unity.
Unity. Wow.
Because the number one, we use it a lot. And as you are a spiritual person, also, Jana, 1111 is this angelic number. And for me, that is also one of the reasons why I picked this date as the World Frequency Day date. And number one, not just because of that, but also because of unity. So my childish and maybe, surrealistic hope and dream and wish for the world one day is to be unified, that we don't fight wars anymore, that we are all one, because only then, when we have collaboration over competition, can we actually become better people and shape a better future for us all.
Yes, definitely. And which role does play art in general in creating this unity?
Art, not just music, but the overarching theme of art is such a unifying factor. It really brings the world together because it's like nature, something that everybody loves. Everybody has a different impression, maybe, or different view, but as long as it's not political, it doesn't spread any wrong messages or is used as propaganda tool. I believe that art, there is such a beauty in it, and it's always creative. Whether we use AI or not, there is an indefinite potential in art. And just like human beings, every piece of art is different. Like, even if it's a copycat, it will never be the same. And so if we can use art for the improvement and betterment of humanity, I think we can achieve so much together. And my goal is, with everything we do in the frequency school, to show all different sides of art. It's like a mosaic of different colorful pieces in a puzzle. I would love, just like the 195, represent every country, every human being. We want to give everybody the opportunity and space to rise, to make an impact through music, through art, whether it is someone, sitting in Djibouti or in Russia or in Brazil. We just want to, help everybody in this world. And I
Yeah,
think
it's
art
like a
is such a powerful
transcultural
tool.
tool. I believe you, as a global citizen, you have so many languages and traditions that you can transcend with your frequency school, which brings people from all corners of the world together, right?
Yes, because I really believe that everything is energy, everything is frequency,
Mm.
and we have to use them for improving the state of the world, for sure. And also, it's very important that we break down all these barriers that keep us apart and in different silos. So if we can transcend all of these boundaries, it's of course very important.
Yes, and I think the 1111, the World Frequency Day, plays an important role in this practice. Please tell us more about it, and also
Mhm.
about your partnership with the World Academy of Art and Science.
Absolutely. That is a very crucial partnership that I'm very grateful for. So 1111, the World Frequency Day, was launched last year for the very first time. We had flagship events here in Dubai, and then about 30 satellite activations that were organized by friends and community members and partners all around the world. And we marked the 11:11 a.m. and 11:11 p.m. global moment, like Earth Hour at 8 o'clock when you switch off the lights. And so this has become, from a global moment, it turned into a global movement. And so now this year is going to be bigger. We will have the flagship events in London at the House of Cocoa with our partner. And then in the evening with the Future is Sound, our second partner at the British Library, we're going to have the first World Frequency Awards. And in that ceremony, we're going to award 6 categories. One is Art for Humanity, Wellness Initiative, City of Resonance, Scientific Breakthrough, Youth Impact, and Conscious Technology. So these 6 categories will be awarded. We're obviously looking for contributors and partners, founding organizations from around the world to take part. And then we are going to have, the goal is 100 satellite activations. We'll have a sound healer at the pyramids in Egypt. We'll have a Latin American superstar doing a concert in Bogota. We have a poet in India who is going to read a poem. We have a big event coming up in Mexico City, also in Zurich.
Wow.
So all around the world, we encourage people to mobilize and just come together as one, as unity, to raise the frequencies and the vibrations of the planet.
Wow, that's just so huge. I mean, what more could you desire?
I think so, but it's all about the others, right? Because if you put yourself back and just want to help others elevate and uplift, I think if it's something very selfless, then you can actually make it happen. And I think the moment and the time is right, because human beings, we feel that we can't continue in the same direction. We need to help improve ourselves, our mental state, but also the state of the world. And so already, for example, at the World Economic Forum in Davos, where we launched the Frequency Circle this January, we noticed a paradigm shift. We saw that many business leaders, politicians, big companies, multinationals, startup entrepreneurs, they came, they participated, they're interested in, changing their structures, their governance, their companies, their organizations. And yes, we realized that we all face the same problems and challenges at the end of the day, and that now is really a great moment to embark on this global movement of frequencies, but just anything that embodies that.
Yes, and I mean, how could the small people, who are not like artists or famous in any way, contribute to the 11:11?
Thank you, Jana. There is no hierarchy at all. I believe that we are all the same and equally important. It doesn't matter if you have 5 followers on Instagram or 5 million. For us, every single individual is important. They can, of course, they're welcome to organize their own events on 11:11, whether it is just a circle of intention, whether it's just yourself doing a meditation, whether you want to do a big concert in a stadium. If you want to come to London, follow us on our social media, Instagram, The Frequency School, Facebook, The Frequency School, LinkedIn, The Frequency School, YouTube, The Frequency School, and DM us. And then I will, of course, share more information on how you can participate. And this year, it's not only a raising awareness opportunity, but we're also fundraising for our impact initiative, because with the Frequency School, we launched this program, Impact Initiative, where we want to build music studios and wellness labs in underserved communities around the world. So we already established an impact initiative with our partner Harmony House India, in New Delhi, and in Dharamshala with the Tibetan Children Village, where we equip rooms with studio equipment, software, laptops, keyboards, cables, microphones, and also with the digital curriculum that we're working on, so that children can have a very holistic approach to education and learn about music production, how to sing and songwrite, and yeah, just provide them with a safe space for their development.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there is a way that people could just produce a sound, also with their body, like humming or something
Yes.
that is so easily accessible. Imagine like the whole world humming at the same moment.
There are actually even Guinness World Records, like om chanting or humming at the same time, or yoga sessions. So this is absolutely something that we plan also for upcoming and next World Frequency Days, that we can actually have maybe a universal vibration or frequency, if
Yes.
everybody hums or chants at the same time, that we can actually feel that frequency and vibration.
Imagine the impact. Everybody would be just happy, at least
Yes,
for 5 minutes. I think that could change so much.
let's do it, especially also with your work, Jana, and your network and the Planetary Arts movement and the academy. We absolutely want to work and collaborate with everybody and anyone who has good intentions, and together we are so much stronger. We have the slogan tuned in together for World Frequency Day, so the hashtag, yes, tuned in together, and would absolutely like to work with more partners around the world.
Yes, let's do it.
Looking so forward, Jana.
Thank you so much, Martina. Wow, I'm really happy to come to the World Frequency Day. Can't wait for it and meet you
Thank you.
finally in person.
Absolutely. It's been such a long time. We've been in touch online and now on Zoom for this podcast recording. But it's absolutely about time that our physical frequencies and energies meet as well, Jana. Thank you for everything you do, all the hard work that you put in to make this world a better place. I really appreciate you and I'm grateful for you.
Same to you. Thank you, Martina.
Thank you, Jana.